A hit record pressed in 1925 runs about 3 minutes. The biggest song on Spotify this morning runs about 3 minutes. In between, every machine that ever carried music was invented, sold, and thrown away. The shellac disc, the vinyl single, the cassette, the compact disc, the download. All of them are gone. The 3 minutes stayed. It stayed because it kept being handed a new reason. And not one of those reasons was you. A 10-inch disc of shellac, spinning at 78 turns a minute. Shellac is resin. An insect secretes it onto trees in India, and it gets scraped off and pressed into records. At that speed, the groove is wide and greedy. The needle runs out of disc after about 3 minutes. Before the disc, music was sold on wax cylinders that held roughly 2 minutes. And the popular songs of that decade were roughly 2 minutes long. The length of a song was never a musical decision. It was the size of the container. So songwriters learned to write songs that ended before the record did. Verse, chorus, out. Not a discovery about melody, the shape that fits 3 minutes. Then the limit lifted. In 1949, the 45 RPM single arrived, holding about 5 minutes aside. Albums at 33 RPM held more than 20. By your grandparents' teens, the physical reason for 3 minutes was gone. The 3 minutes was not. Omaha, Nebraska, 1953. A station owner named Todd Stortz is sitting in a bar with his program director. For 4 hours they watch the same handful of jukebox records get picked, over and over. They ask a woman at the bar why. She says, "I like him." Stortz builds a radio format out of that answer. A short list of hits, repeated all day. Top 40. But repetition costs airtime, and an hour of radio also has to carry news and advertising. Every second a song runs long is a second the station cannot sell. So the disc stopped setting the limit, and the ad break started. Two industries, two completely unrelated reasons, and they landed on the same 3 minutes. Unless you were big enough to break it. In 1965, Columbia Records looked at a 6-minute Bob Dylan song and decided radio would never touch it. Sales tried to cut, like a rolling stone, in half, across 2 sides of a single. Instead, an acetate reached a Manhattan nightclub. On a dance floor, nobody is checking the running time. Within days, DJs were calling Columbia, demanding the whole thing. It hit number 2, all 6 minutes of it. After that, the ceiling leaked. Hey Jude ran past 7 minutes, and radio played it anyway. Tape and the compact disc removed what was left of the physical limits. And songs got longer for 40 years. The average Billboard hit peaked in 1992 at 4 minutes and 21 seconds. Then it fell, nearly every year, for 3 decades, all the way back to about 3 minutes. You already know who gets blamed for that. TikTok, phones, attention spans. But the fall starts in the 1990s, and TikTok did not exist outside China until 2017. Most of the drop had already happened before anyone had watched a single video on it. What changed in between was not attention. It was accounting. You stopped buying songs and started renting plays. And a play has a definition. On Spotify, when a listener passes 30 seconds, that counts as 1 stream. Not 1 stream per minute. 1. A 5-minute song and a 2-minute song earn exactly the same amount. Which means 10 short songs are worth 10 times what 1 long song is worth. The songwriter Erica Nuri Taylor, Grammy-nominated in 2008, says a lot of songs don't have bridges anymore. Writing the bridge was her favorite part of the job. Streaming, she says, did that. The industry stopped measuring how long people listen and started measuring how many times they start. If that were the whole story, every song would be 31 seconds long. They aren't. Because the rule only pays when someone comes back, and nobody replays a song that never got anywhere. 3 minutes is where those 2 pressures settle. Long enough to be worth wanting again. Short enough to leave room for the next one. When people started uploading tracks of Rain and Static to farm that rule, Spotify set a minimum length. The length of a song is a number in somebody's payment terms. It always was. In 1925, a song was 3 minutes long because the disc ran out of room. Today it is 3 minutes long because a payment triggers at 30 seconds. Same number, different machine. Neither time was it a decision about music.